Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video, a special video. First of all, saying thank you because I hit 1,000 subscribers over the weekend, and it's been like a little over a month, I think, since I started this channel. So like for me, that moved really quick. Like I'm still in shock. Like I'm still surprised. But I'm happy because it feels good to just be able to like talk to you all and kind of give you information to try to help you along your investing career and your trading career. And really, I'm not trying to be like that mentor that's gonna like teach you everything. I'm just trying to be like another voice in the crowd where I could give you some advice. Other traders like Timothy Sykes or Warrior Trading or Ricky Gutierrez or there's like a whole bunch of other, like there's plenty of other traders out there that you could watch that you could learn from. I'm just a guy, I'm just some guy. Like I'm not the best. I don't pretend to be. I'm just trying to give out the information that I know, and you could adapt it to what you know and what you're getting from other traders, and that could ultimately be your strategy and how you make money. So, I'm thankful for all you guys and girls and men, women, children, whoever supporting me in this, and it's been really fun, and I definitely want to continue doing this. So what I'm going to do for this video is just kind of give you all a whole look at my entire portfolio and all the apps that I'm using. Starting with Loyal 3. Now, just to reiterate, I do apologize because Loyal 3, I guess you can no longer get it in the Play Store, but it is still an active um, platform that you can use. And the reason why I recommend it is because you can buy fractional shares. You see, I have Alphabet, Amazon, Intel, and Unilever, and I basically put $100 in each. Alphabet is 847 right now, so I own 0.1226 of it, or one shares of it, I should say. Amazon's currently at 845, and I own 0.1232 shares of it. Intel's at 36. I own 2.7997 shares, and Unilever's 47, and I own 2.3691 shares. Now, the reason why I like this app is because you can buy expensive stocks or big stocks by not having a lot of money, by just simply depositing $10, and you can own fractional shares, and that way the stock trades just like the actual one if you were paying 847 for Alphabet or 845 for Amazon or whatever. But instead, you buy in at a lot less, and you get all the benefits. So if Alphabet jumps up 10%, then your fractional shares jump up 10%, and vice versa. Of course, if Amazon goes down 10%, your fractional shares go down 10%. So it trades with the stock, but for a much cheaper price, because you're only buying fractions of the shares. So it's a good way to get into investing in some of the bigger names, like all these in here, like Alibaba, Alphabet, Amazon, American Express, Best Buy, Activision, Dave and Buster's, Discovery, EA, Facebook, Gap. I mean, there's a good amount in here. I think there's like 50 or something. I don't know. I didn't really count. But this is all they offer, and the reason why is because they purposely put these big kind of like blue chip stocks that you can buy and sell, because they batch order, meaning when you buy a stock, it does not buy at that moment, nor if you sell a stock, it doesn't sell at that moment you sell. It does a batch order, so it waits for a bunch of orders. Let's say for like Amazon, like if 50 people want to buy it, when 50 people get together and buy it, then that's when they place that order. They don't buy it just when I buy it or just when you buy it. They wait for several people to buy it, and then that's when they do it. That's how they're able to make this a no commission trading app or no fee app. So I don't pay trade fees when I buy these, which is also incredible, which I like. So that's kind of just a run through of Loyal 3. And then we got Acorns. Let's see if I can get into it. Awesome. Acorns is also good for fractional shares. Now, I've had Acorns a while. I did like a year review, and you see these kind of lead ups and then these drops, and lead up and drop and lead up and drop. I use Acorns as just like a savings account, and whenever I build up enough money, like to here I got to about $1,000, and then I withdrew it and I started from zero because I paid off my debt, and then I built it up some more, and I built it up to like 769, and then I sold like 400 of it or 500 of it, and I paid off some more debt, and then I built it up to 400, and then I pulled 400 out, and then I'm using it because I'm in transition of moving right now to help pay for some stuff. So Acorns is a good savings account for that. How they work is they invest in basically five options for you to invest in. You have, let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here we go. That's how I'm stupid. You have conservative, moderately conservative, moderate, moderately aggressive, and aggressive. And basically, obviously, or I should say, conservative is, you're more going to be buying bonds and ETFs like that are slow and steady, but they grow consistently. And then aggressive is you're going to buy like tech stocks and real estate stocks and biopharmaceutical stocks. The stocks that are really aggressive and volatile. They move up and down a lot. So depending on your age range, is kind of the motivation of this app. You kind of pick your level, but you could really do any one you want. It's totally up to you. I choose a moderately aggressive. So I'm in my 30s. So when I was in my 20s, I was doing more aggressive, and I could still do aggressive if I wanted. But now I'm in my 30s. I'm switching to moderately aggressive. So I'm being a little more cautious, and you can see that the difference of how these charts break down in this little pie chart. So like if you go conservative, you're very much in government bonds, which are, like I said, slow and steady. Moderately conservative, you have a little more corporate bonds. Moderate, you kind of got a good mix of all of them, and you have like just the six here: the large cap, small cap, emerging markets, real estate, corporate bonds, and government bonds. Moderately, you got more in real estate and small cap, and then aggressive, you have a lot in real estate and small cap. So again, I chose moderately aggressive, and of course with this app, you get roundups where you tie it to your card, and every time you spend a purchase, it rounds up the pennies. As you can see here, I got invested from roundups $339.50 just from roundups. So change really adds up. Believe me, that's why I love this app. People complain that it's a dollar a month service fee, and I admit if you put like $100 in there and do nothing and let it sit, yeah, you're kind of wasting your money because just that $1 is going to go down. But if you continually invest in it, you continually do roundups, your dividends that you get from your investments get reinvested. This money's worth its weight in gold, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. But I think it's a really good way just to have as like a side savings account where you don't have to manage it. It kind of does everything on its own. It's just really simple. So that's that one. Let's do Stash. Let's see if I can get into this one. I'm getting lucky today. My fingerprint scanner never works this good. So Stash is a little more in depth than Acorns. It's the same setup where it's fractional shares, and you're buying ETFs. But in the Stash app, you get to choose from several ETFs. So you got, I believe, I want, I like categories basically. I believe you got clean and green, which is alternative energy stocks, data defenders, which is cybersecurity stocks, defending America, which is defense stocks, home sweet home. Like a real estate stock, raw earth oil stock, robots rising, like tech stocks. I want moderate mix, average mix, gold stocks, blue chip stocks. You have options on this app, so it's really nice. What I have on this is Live Longer Prosper, which is health stocks, up at 4.75%. Defending America Defense stocks at 3.96%. Money Machines, which is bank stocks, up 3.06%. Internet stocks, which is tech stocks, 2.59%. Wireless Wonders, which is data stocks, down 0.36%. And Raw Earth, which is oil stocks, down 0.78%. So these fluctuate from time to time. These are all ETFs. And when you click on one, go in the overview, and you kind of see its exposure. Now these aren't all of the stocks that's invested in. This is just a top exposure where you can see there, and you can even click on like certain aspects of this app, and it'll give you more information on it. So it's just the top 10 holdings. But what I like about this app is it kind of takes, I don't want to say takes away the risk, but takes away the fear of buying a certain stock and being afraid if it's going to go up and down. What this stock does, it lets you buy the ETF, so you're buying the sector, so you're going to make a bet on that sector. So you might think Apple's a good stock and maybe Google's a good stock, but you're not sure which is better. So why not buy, an internet stock or a data stock where it'll be all incorporated into an ETF, and that way you could just bet on the whole sector doing well in the future. So if you wanted to basically do that kind of investing, you could do it through this app, and it also buys fractional shares, and it costs a minimum of $5 to start, and it has the same maintenance fee as Robinhood, as $1 a month, as well as at the end of the year you will pay. Each ETF has a different number, but they're very minimal. So you see right under or has last price, div yield, and expense ratio. So my expense ratio of this is 0.14, and you can see here expense ratio represents the fee charged for holding that particular investment. The fee covers all operational costs of the investment manager professional who is managing the underlying investment. So 0.14% is my cost for this particular ETF, and $1 a month for just running this app. So the fees are very minimal on this, and I have good growth. I mean, I'm already making more money than what they could potentially take away from me. And you could auto stash like every week, every month, or whatever. You can keep putting in money. So it's a really good app, really interesting. I like it a lot. It's definitely my second favorite app, and I will show you guys my first favorite, which is Robinhood. Of course, Robinhood has over 5,000 stocks and ETFs and stuff like that you could buy into. One of the main what do you call it, investment vehicles that I've been using to pay off my debt. You can see I've come down ridiculous on this slide right here. I've lost considerable, I won't say considerable amount of money. I lost a considerable amount of gain, I guess. But as far as money, I hasn't really lost much. It just looks like I've lost much. But with this app, you don't pay fees when you buy and sell stocks, so it's really good for that. It's pretty much all but free. There are certain services that they offer which I can't at this very second call upon, but as far as the regular trading goes, like, you won't pay anything. It also offers a gold service where you have over $2,000, you can start using leverage to buy stocks, which means for every $2,000 you have in Robinhood, they can give you $1,000 on top of that, and you could spend basically Robinhood money on buying and selling stocks, and then once you sell those stocks, you pay back what Robinhood gave you, and then you keep the margin, or you keep the profit from what's left. And I typically trade penny stocks on this. When I started out, I traded normal stocks like blue chip stocks, and I traded smaller cap or mid cap stocks, and I kind of worked down to smaller cap stocks, and now I'm doing penny stocks. The reason why I do penny stocks with this app is because my other apps are kind of like my buy and hold strategy, where this stock is this app is my swing trading strategy, or my penny stock strategy. So I like having different avenues for investments, because I'm not good at all of them by any means, but I have knowledge in each style of trading apps and how to use them and make money in them. So I like having like the difference. Like, sometimes honestly I'll get bored of Robinhood, I'm like, this isn't working or something's going wrong, but my stash app is shooting up, so I'm like, I'm on that. Or maybe my stash app is going down, but my loyal 3 app's doing good. Having that diversity, not only with stocks but as well as portfolios, always keeps me in the green, essentially, because I'm always moving up. My money's always going up. If I were to put all my money into this Robinhood app, and you see this dip right here where my percent went down because I sold off some penny stocks that weren't doing well, I'd probably kind of be upset. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'd be a little perturbed about that, because I lost money in it, and I'm only seeing this downtrend. Or if I go to any one or other of my apps, I'm gonna see an uptrend. So like that's why, like, I've talked about in another video, it's good to kind of try out other apps. You don't have to. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying have that diversity in your apps kind of makes it easier for your emotion, because people like to pretend like they don't get emotional trading. Everybody gets emotional trading. You're talking about winning and losing money. It's like gambling. And I know that's a bad metaphor for it. Like, a lot of traders don't like comparing stocks to gambling, but ultimately you're making a bet that this stock's either going to do good or either going to do bad. Just like when you play poker, you're going to make a bet whether you're going to win or lose. So it's just it's better to have money kind of spread out. That way you have an account just for like your high risk. That way if that account doesn't do good, you still have other accounts that are still making you money. But anyway, kind of got off topic from that. Like I said, this has over 5,000 stocks you can invest in. It's really great. It has penny stocks. No fees. I mean, you can't beat that. No fees. That's the greatest thing. At the end of the year, um, this thing showed me. I don't know if I could bring it up, but one of these little cards right here basically said I saved over $300 in 2016 by not paying fees. $300. I could buy, several shares of numerous companies with that $300 I saved, not in paying fees. So this app is incredible and I love it. Um, so that's that one. And the last one is my uh, my college savings account from my nephew, Cody. So I started this when he was about 4 months old. He's like 5 or 6 months old right now. Basically, to open up the account, you have to have $500. And this is Wealthfront, by the way. I apologize. I should have said the name first. This is Wealthfront. But anyway, you have to have 500 to open it, and you have to contribute a minimum of $100 in a month. So as far as I know, you do not have to contribute every month, but when you contribute in that month, it has to be $100. I could be wrong though. I'm still learning more about this app, but what this is a triple taxed savings account because I don't pay capital gains tax at the end of the year. I don't pay tax from withdrawals if I use it towards education, and I don't pay tax on what's the third one? On what I gain, I believe. Um, I could be wrong though. It's been a while since I used this app. I admit this one's completely automated. I don't even think about it. Like it's all set up for me. But basically, you choose an investing style, and you go to your allocations here, and it'll basically say how old is the person that you're investing for. What are your goals for them? Do you want them to go to 2 year, a 4 year college? Ivy League, whatever. How much time do you have? So long and so forth, and it kind of builds a profile for you. So put my risk at 3.5, my tolerance, but it basically invests in these several assets: U.S. stocks, foreign stocks, emerging markets, dividend growth, real estate, corporate bonds, emerging market, and cash. Now, if you see U.S., foreign, emerging, and div are kind of like orangish, these little bubbles to the left of them, and real estate's brown. So you see on the left here of this graph, there's a lot of orange and brown on the left because it's starting higher with riskier stocks, and it says January 2017. So as it goes over to September 2035, it starts going down. The riskier stocks start going down, and the corporate bonds and the emerging market, which is like a little more safer, starts going up. So that way it balances out. So in the beginning, this app takes a lot of risk to kind of build that wealth quickly. And then over time it slows down, just maintaining the wealth and letting it build up. And this service costs 0.25. Well, actually, the first $10,000 are managed for free. If this with this app, if you find a promo code online or something, it'll do the first 15,000. But after that first 10,000, it's like 0.25% of the total as your management fee. So not less than 1% of your total is what it costs for Wealthfront to manage this, which is super cheap. And if you watch my videos and go through everything, you'll see that I'm very cheap. I'm very frivolous. I want to keep the most of my money I can. Like I don't want somebody managing my account taking money from me. I shouldn't have to pay somebody to go from one stock to another stock or to rebalance my portfolio, especially if I'm telling them to do that. I'm telling them what to do. I shouldn't be paying somebody for that. I'm in the camp of, like Robinhood, where everything should be done for free because, basically investment firms kind of just rip off people. And I understand they got to get paid. I totally get it. But a fee every trade is ridiculous, especially some that are like $10 a trade. That's ridiculous. Like you're completely taking advantage of people, and it's just sad. But all these apps are kind of in their infancy. They're very young. They haven't been around a while. But I mean, believe me when I say this is going to be the future right here. If as long as everyone continues to have a smartphone, which I don't see that ever going away, people are going to be able to invest from their phone, live their life through their phone, shop through their phone, schedule trips through their phone, talk FaceTime through their phone, do everything, live their lives through their phone, you know? So that's why I believe in that. Now I have some other apps in here that I use, but I just wanted to highlight my investment portfolio app. So you saw my Wealthfront, my Loyal 3, my Acorns, my Stash, and my Robinhood. And I downloaded this Motif app, and honestly, I have no clue how to use it yet. I just downloaded it, but I'm gonna see if this is another potential app for you guys to benefit from, and I'm gonna try to see if I can do some stuff with it so you guys can learn a little bit about it, and then if you want to use it, you can use it too, of course. But just wanted to kind of go over that again. Thank you so much for the support. Um, I've I never even thought I'd get 100 subscribers, let alone 1,000. Like to me, like whenever I put out a video and I'll watch it just to kind of review it, because like people will make comments like my voice is kind of dull and I'm kind of monotone, which I agree, I totally am. I can't help it. It's just like talking about stocks and stuff like that isn't the most exciting thing in the world, unfortunately. But I didn't really see this going anywhere, and I'm glad that I have so much support, and I really do appreciate it. So, I mean, I guess I could say here's to the next 1,000. Just keep asking me questions. Keep leaving me comments. I'll do my best to try to answer them. And as always, if you can help me out, click like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep this channel going for you all. So, enjoy the rest of your weekend.